The 9 heavenly dragons' song startles the heavens, and the heavenly book gives birth to ghosts and gods howling. The 7 stars pass through the moon, and the remnants of the heavenly book are born, attracting many strong players from the 6 realms to compete. Many super strong players and hidden world experts have joined the battlefield. The Xuanxiao Divine King in the heavenly realm is the leader of the younger generation in the heavenly realm. He once pushed the heavenly pride horizontally and broke through the realm to become the Divine King, aiming to further improve his cultivation. The Xuanxiao Divine King competed with many powerful enemies for the remaining chapters of the heavenly book. After a fierce battle, he had already won the heavenly book, but he did not want to be ambushed by a group of strong enemies such as the heavenly martial Divine King halfway through, and eventually died. Fortunately, the remaining chapters of the heavenly book had already integrated into his soul, protecting a trace of his true essence and dedicating himself to the mortal world, facing calamity and rebirth. Unexpectedly, the world is unpredictable, with the large intestine wrapping around the small intestine. Xuanxiao unexpectedly regenerated a maggot. Fortunately, with the blessing of the heavenly book, he was taught the swallowing heaven evolution technique. From then on, he began his journey of devouring and rising again in a counterattack. Chapter 1. 7 Stars Crossing the Moon. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Heavenly Realm, Forbidden Area of Demon Yen. Under the vast and boundless night sky, 7 brilliant stars shine like pearls embedded in black velvet, shining brightly. Their radiance interweaves with each other, forming a bright trajectory that crosses the sky, like an invisible sword that cleaves through the darkness of the night, dividing heaven and earth into 2 realms of light and darkness. The bright moon hangs high, like a huge jade plate hanging in the sky, spreading a clear glow and interweaving with the light of the 7 stars, forming a brilliant and dazzling picture. That month, like a silver plate, carries 1,000 years of mystery and romance. The 7 stars, like guardians, firmly surround the moon, emitting ancient and powerful power. The entire sky seems to have turned into a grand stage, with the stars and moon being the most dazzling stars on the stage. The legend is indeed true, the 7 stars pierce the moon, and the heavenly book is born. The crowd around erupted into bursts of cheers. They have been waiting for this moment for a long time. According to the legend passed down from ancient times in the heavenly realm, 7 stars pass through the moon, and the heavenly book is born. Those who obtain the heavenly book can ascend to the heavens and beyond. How many heroes, major clans in the heavenly realm, and some hidden giants have emerged in a short period of time? Isn't this the Purple Chin Divine King? I saw a young man wearing a purple robe, as if a twinkling star in the night sky had fallen into the mortal world, emitting a mysterious and noble aura. The texture of the robe was smooth as silk, with a faint purple luster, swaying gently as he walked. The robe gently dragged the ground at the young man's feet, leaving a series of deep purple marks, as if his footprints were left in the long river of time. The young man's face was delicate, like delicate porcelain. His eyes shone like stars, his nose was straight, his lips slightly curved, and he wore a confident and mysterious smile. His long hair was like ink, flowing on his shoulders, shimmering with a black jade-like luster. A few strands of hair fluttered gently in the wind, complementing the purple robe, giving off a youthful and extraordinary temperament. Oh no, look at the Dark Knight Demon Lord. Dark Knight Demon Lord is a terrifying name in the heavenly realm, and his every appearance is accompanied by endless darkness and terror. I saw a tall and powerful man, as if a mountain peak stood on the earth. The muscles have distinct lines, and each muscle seems to have undergone rigorous training, full of strength and wildness. The skin appears deep black, as if blending into the darkness of the night, making it impossible to see his true face. His face was resolute, with cold and hard lines. A pair of deep eyes flickered with red light, like 2 blazing flames. Wearing a black war robe, adorned with countless shimmering red magic stones, it seemed like the eyes of a demon, emitting an evil and eerie light. The powerful aura emanating from him made everything around him quiet and solemn. Damn it, this peerless demon has arrived. I have no hope in reading the heavenly book. Let's just run and save a while. I don't even know how he died. Let's run quickly. The other quickly agreed. The two immortals were still discussing, but to their surprise, the Dark Knight Demon Lord only gave a glance, and both of them instantly turned into flying ashes. Waste, you talk so much. The Dark Knight Demon Lord spat disdainfully. Dark Knight Demon Lord, what a great anger. I only knew that the purple air in the east was surging, and an old Taoist slowly walked towards me. He was wearing a purple Taoist robe, with a wide hem swaying gently with the morning breeze, as if a purple cloud was wandering in the world. The old Taoist's face was thin, with deep wrinkles, and a pair of deep eyes revealed wisdom in understanding the world. Silver white hair shimmers with a faint luster in the sunlight, giving people a feeling of transcendence from the secular world. The steps of the old Taoist were steady and powerful, each step seeming to follow a mysterious rhythm. He gently held a wooden staff in his hand, with a carved crane spreading its wings and flying at the tip of the staff, exuding an elegant and independent temperament. Xuanxiao Taoist, do you want to fight again? Today's heavenly book belongs to me, whoever blocks me will die. The Dark Knight Demon Lord let out a demonic roar, and in an instant, his demonic energy surged to the sky. The edge of the black battle robe is flowing with black flames, as if it will devour everything around it at any time. A huge black sickle appeared in the hand of the Dark Knight Demon Lord, with an incredibly sharp blade that emitted a cold light. His steps are steady and powerful, every step can make the earth tremble. The towering demonic aura transformed into a dark and fierce tiger, as if it were real. The tiger's eyes emitted a faint green light. Roar! The dark tiger scratched its teeth and danced its claws, sweeping the towering magic waves towards the Xuanxiao Taoist. The Xuanxiao Taoist remained calm and composed, gently waving his wooden staff. The crane on the head of the staff seemed to have come back to life, and a fragrant breeze blew through his nose. The crane danced gracefully with the fragrance, soaring into the air. Gently flap your wings, roll up two hurricanes, and easily crush the dark tiger. Transforming back into demonic energy, completely dispelling the pressure of the Dark Knight Demon Lord. Xuanxiao Lao Dao, you have made progress. It seems that you have shrunk for so many years, and I think you have made a breakthrough. The Dark Knight Demon Lord smirked and didn't pay attention to what had just happened. I am already an old man, not like the Demon Lord who is in his prime and has unparalleled magical power, said the humble old Taoist. You three, come here and don't invite me. A rough voice echoed between heaven and earth. Endless flames ignited from the south, with flames soaring into the sky. A tall and burly man walked out of the raging fire. Wearing a red robe embroidered with complex flame patterns, each flame seemed to jump and emit a blazing atmosphere. It's the Fire Ancestor. Several knowledgeable immortals named him with a resolute face and clear lines, a pair of sharp eyes seemed to be able to see through all illusions and point directly at the heart. The nose bridge is high and straight, the lips are slightly raised, with a disdainful and arrogant smile that makes people dare not look directly. His skin presents a deep red color, as if it has been scorched by intense fire for a long time, emitting a faint red luster. A head of red hair was blazing like flames above my head. 1 Yin, 2 saints, and 4 winds and rain, the purple Chin God King, the Dark Knight Demon Lord, the Xuanxiao Old Taoist, and the legendary Fire Ancestor have all arrived. These are usually legendary characters, but they all appeared today. Even if we can't grab the heavenly book today, we have gained a lot of knowledge. Old Liehua, are you also the one who snatched the book of heaven? The purple Chin Divine King spoke first, his mouth full of gunpowder. Otherwise, I'm here for a trip. Old Liehua didn't get used to him and directly retorted. Whoever falls from the heavenly book, we each rely on our abilities. Whoever's fist is hard belongs to whom. The Dark Knight Demon Lord pinched his own fist, his face full of arrogance. A dazzling light suddenly appeared in the sky. Chapter 2. The Birth of the Heavenly Book. You are listening at novel full.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 3. The first old-in ratio in the heavenly realm. You are listening at novel full.audio. I saw the dark figure stuffing the golden fragments of the heavenly book into his arms. Ha ha ha, it doesn't take any effort to obtain it. A group of big stupid donkeys, take your time to fight. The dark figure was secretly proud, confident that his concealment skills would not be discovered, and was preparing to flee. A round of ancient mirrors descended from the sky, with a faint light flowing through the mirror body, as if blending in the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. The mirror is wide and smooth, like a bright mirror hanging high, reflecting all things in the world. The edge of the mirror is engraved with ancient runes, each of which seems to be able to hook the path of heaven and earth, emitting supreme power. Haotian Mirror. A knowledgeable immortal revealed the origin of the ancient mirror, which is one of the famous weapons in the heavenly realm. Under the Haotian Mirror, there is nowhere to hide. Legend has it that this mirror has the ability to connect the heavens and the earth, shining up on the 9 heavens and down on the 9 seclusions. It operates to the extreme and can even shuttle through various spaces. This is the magic weapon of the Southern Saint. King of the Silent Sky. Be good, even the second sage has come. A tall and upright man, emitting a dazzling light throughout his body, as if cast from pure sunlight. His face was majestic and sacred, and a pair of bright and divine eyes seemed to be able to see through all the illusions in the world, pointing directly at the heart. Her hair was golden and dazzling, as hot and dazzling as the sun, as if every hair contained endless light and heat. Wearing golden armor, adorned with countless gemstones, shining brilliantly. The person who came was the silent sky god king. He pinched the Dharma and recited the formula, and with a single finger, a spiritual energy disappeared into the Haotian mirror. The light on the mirror instantly surged, like a small sun burning in its hand. The Haotian mirror emitted a dazzling golden beam of light, exploring back and forth between this world. Soon, the golden beam of light detected the position of the black figure. In an instant, the Haotian mirror shone brightly, and endless golden light surged towards the position where the black figure was located. The golden light outlined the Great Way runes, which seemed conscious and transformed into chains of order, trying to lock the black figure in place. The black figure, illuminated by the beam of light, first became transparent, and then slowly emerged. A handsome and upright man slowly emerged under the beam of light, like a star on stage, with all the spotlights shining on him. The man was dressed in a golden black robe, standing tall with a jade figure and elegant demeanor. Beautiful as a crown jade, with thick ink-like hair hanging low like a waterfall. A tall and straight nose, a mischievous smiling face, even 2 eyebrows with soft ripples, as if always carrying a smile, curved like the bright crescent moon in the night sky. I was supposed to be lazy and started, but you caught me. The man smiled and didn't panic at all. A pair of bright and profound eyes, calm gaze that is unpredictable, adding a mysterious color, and his handsome figure further showcases his royal demeanor. The silent sky god king was speechless when he saw him, shaking his head like a tambourine, as if he didn't want anyone to know he knew him. You are really an old-in comparison. You said that you are the number 1 in the heaven list. Why are you always sneaking around? Why am I behind you? What a shame. The king of silence rose and directly covered his eyes. He didn't look. Who is this person? It seems that they are not afraid of the silent sky god king. You don't even know about him. Don't mess around in the heavenly realm anymore. Currently, he is the number 1 on the heavenly list, with 1 een and 2 saints, and 1 een in the wind and rain of the 4 directions. The largest een in the heavenly realm is the Xuanxiao Divine King, and his strength is also stronger than the other heroes. He is the Xuanxiao Divine King who once pushed a generation of Tianjiao horizontally and broke through the realm to become a divine king at the age of 500,000, making it impossible for a generation to lift him up. Besides him, who else could there be? Janine, with this strength, he would steal. Yeah, I've been discovered, why are you still acting like nothing happened? He is not only the first Bai, but also the first with thick skin. The immortals in the distance kept discussing, but Xuanxiao was not angry either. He was a light-hearted person who never cared about others' opinions of him. Ji Kong, only your Haotian mirror can decipher my concealment method. It seems that this fight cannot be fought anymore. Xuanxiao shook his clothes, rolled up his sleeves, and looked like he was about to fight. With this intention in mind, I also want to see how much difference there is between me and you, said the silent Sky God King confidently, taking a big step. The Haotian mirror on his head shone brightly, and he was the silent Sky God King. His figure was ethereal like the wind, and his whole body was shrouded in a golden atmosphere, as if he were the sun god. His face was deep and mysterious, and his eyes were like starry sky, unfathomable. The Xuanxiao Divine King, with a steady posture like a mountain, exudes a deep black light throughout his body, as if he has merged into an endless abyss. His face is resolute and cold, his eyes are like an abyss, revealing endless wisdom and mystery. At the beginning of the battle, the silent Sky God King launched an attack first, and a golden light surged out of the Haotian mirror, transforming into a golden storm. As soon as the golden storm broke out, the sky and earth instantly lost color, with no light on the sun and moon. The entire void of heaven and earth was twisted, and the golden storm ravaged and decayed, directly attacking the Xuanxiao Divine King. The Xuanxiao Divine King remained calm and composed, with his Taishu sword emitting a clanging sound. The blade was as thin as cicada wings and extremely sharp, making it one of the supreme weapons in the heavenly realm. It unleashed a black power that formed an indestructible barrier, blocking the attack of the silent Sky Divine King. Immediately, the Xuanxiao Divine King launched a counterattack. With a swing of the Taishu sword, a black light burst through the void, cutting through the void and directly capturing the silent Sky Divine King. The silent Sky Divine King dodged lightly, while also activating the Haotian mirror to release a more powerful golden light. The divine radiance on the Haotian mirror filled the sky, and around the mirror, for divine beasts, Qinglong, Baihu, Zhuke, and Xuanwu, appeared. A huge golden vortex condensed in the mirror, with the power of swallowing the sky and devouring the earth, flickering out. For beasts devour the sky. With a loud shout from the silent Sky God King, the golden vortex instantly became incredibly huge, filling the entire world. Even the four winds and winds fighting below have to take shelter from the sharpness. If there is any carelessness, even they will be devoured by this golden vortex. Attempting to involve the Xuanxiao Divine King in it. Sure enough, the strength of the two saints is not just a boast. The strength of the silent Sky God King is obviously much stronger than that of the wind and rain in all directions. The Xuanxiao Divine King's Taishu sword in his hand shone brightly, and the purple-black sword energy leaped out. A sword travels thousands of miles. The Taishu sword unleashed an infinite amount of terrifying sword energy. In an instant, the entire sky and earth were filled with sword energy, and the supreme power of destruction appeared. The sword energy cut through the void, annihilated the stars, and had a great power of destroying heaven and earth. The supreme sword energy and golden vortex collided continuously, each collision bursting with endless shockwaves. Some low cultivation immortals were instantly torn into pieces by the powerful shockwaves. Xuanxiao, your strength has declined a bit. The silent Sky God King felt proud for a moment. If it had been before, Xuanxiao's sword would have split his golden vortex long ago. This time, he has been deadlocked for so long. It seems that his hard work has not been in vain. God still favors him. Xuanxiao across from him did not answer and remained silent. The silent Sky God King also felt puzzled. Xuanxiao was a talkative person, what's going on today? Just as he was puzzled, the Xuanxiao across from him suddenly turned into a black mist and dissipated between heaven and earth. Chapter 4. 9 Dragons Burning Heaven Formation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Phantom clones. The silent sky god king cursed angrily and was played with by this kid again. I thought my skills had improved so much. The demon shadow clone is one of the famous skills of the Xuanxiao Divine King, and one clone can possess almost 80% of the body's strength. Moreover, a clone can last for several hours, and he can summon 3 at once. It can be imagined how terrifying his strength is. Mo Yen Forbidden Area, 100,000 miles away, Jianpu Mountain. Hehe, these young fools, I'm still smart and effortless to obtain them. That silly guy from Jikong is still so practical. Xuanxiao carefully examined the remaining chapters of the Heavenly Book. The remaining chapters of the Heavenly Book are as thin as cicada wings, light and flexible, as if formed by the condensation of clouds and mist. The color of this paper presents a faint golden white, like the rising moonlight shining on pure white clouds, giving people a feeling of elegance and refinement. The surface of the paper is smooth and delicate, and after endless years of sedimentation, it emits an ancient and desolate atmosphere. Every detail appears so exquisite, as if it is a perfect combination of nature and artificiality. The characters on the paper of Tianshu are some ancient characters, whose handwriting is smooth and powerful, as if they are the essence of heaven and earth. Every word is filled with the power of life, as if jumping and breathing. Legend has it that the Book of Heaven possesses magical power. Completing the Book of Heaven can not only shake the past and present, but also reverse time and space, reversing yin and yang. Xuanxiao truly comprehended the remnants of the Heavenly Book in his hand and did not notice any danger approaching. Whoosh whoosh. Xuanxiao put down the Heavenly Book in his hand, his eyes circling around him, making no sound like a wild beast. What kind of person, come out? Xuanxiao's sword eyebrows furrowed slightly, feeling that the other party was not kind. Xuanxiao Divine King, long time no see. A tall and upright figure appeared in front of Xuanxiao. His skin showed a bronze luster, and his black hair naturally drooped, flowing with a hint of luster, swaying gently in the wind. The facial contour is distinct, the nose bridge is high and straight, and the lips are tightly closed, revealing an unyielding pride. The lower jaw slightly raised, revealing a proud smile. Who did I think? Long time no see, Jianwu brother. The newcomer is the North Saint. Heavenly Martial God King. Xuanxiao, I'm not here to talk to you about the past today. The Heavenly Book has given me a way out, otherwise don't blame me for being ruthless. The Heavenly Martial God King's face showed a murderous aura, and a sense of awe spread throughout his eyes. Whoever you think you're talking to, it's up to you. Xuanxiao looked disdainful and didn't pay any attention to Jianwu. Of course, I am not your opponent alone. Since I dare to come and compete with you, how could I be unprepared? Jianwu's expression changed, and he was determined to win against Tianshu. Then hurry up and shout out all your helpers. I'll take a look at how much they weigh. Xuanxiao rolled up his sleeves. The Tai Su sword in hand has already been revealed. Firstly, 2 divine kings appeared over the eastern sky of Jianpu Mountain, one male and one female. The man, dressed in golden battle armor and holding a long sword flowing with golden radiance, walked majestically up the mountaintop. His body emitted a brilliant light, as if it were the embodiment of the sun, making people dare not look directly. The woman's figure is graceful, like an elf in the forest. Her emerald green clothes sway gently in the breeze, holding a branch surrounded by green leaves in her hand, as if she can absorb the vitality of the earth. 2 pillars of light, one blue and one red, rose up from the sky above the western sky of Jianpu Mountain, forming a couple of men and women. The goddess Wang is graceful and gentle, like a clear stream, wearing a blue long skirt that ripples like water. She held a water droplet in her hand, crystal clear, containing endless wisdom and power. The male god king is full of passion, wearing a red war robe, as hot as fire. Holding a flame sword in his hand, the flames on the tip of the sword danced and danced as if they could burn all evil. Two men in the southern sky of Tianpu Mountain are slowly approaching this side. A person as steady as a mountain, wearing yellow earth armor, holding a huge stone hammer in his hand. He exuded a heavy aura from his body. A light and graceful person, dressed in a blue robe, as free as the wind. Holding a wind bow in hand, a gentle pull on the bowstring can trigger strong winds and waves. Finally, in the northern sky of Tianpu Mountain, accompanied by a thunderstorm and a black mist, two strong figures emerged. A person wearing black lightning armor, holding a lightning spear. He exuded a powerful electric current, as if he could break through the power of heaven and earth. A mysterious and unpredictable figure, wearing a black night robe, holding a deep dagger in his hand. The aura of shadows emanated from the body, as if it could devour all the light. At this moment, the heavenly martial god king also burst out with an unparalleled divine radiance, holding a sword of radiance. He radiates a dazzling light, as if he is the embodiment of hope and justice. 1, 2, 3. 8. Tianwu really put in a lot of effort to surround and kill him, and even invited 8 divine kings, plus 9 divine kings himself. Brother, you've really put in a lot of effort. I've never seen any of these divine kings before. Xuanxiao looked solemn, and he could feel that each of these divine kings was no weaker than Tianwu. Today's battle was not just for fun. He quickly buried the remnants of the heavenly book into his soul. There are many hidden masters in the heavenly realm, don't think you are the first on the heavenly ranking, just be invincible in the heavenly realm. Tianwu smiled coldly. He has been waiting for this day for a long time. With Xuanxiao around, he has always been the second in 1,000 years. Who wants to be the second in a lifetime? This time the heavenly book was born, he managed to hire these hidden divine kings after some reason, just to slay Xuanxiao here. Why bother talking so much? Let's take action. The flame god king, with his fiery nature, took the lead in challenging. Xuanxiao's Taishu sword emitted a clanging sound in his hand, and he was wondering which one to solve first. I saw Tianwu not entangle with him at all, and he swung his sword into the air. 9 people were simultaneously reciting the Dharma and chanting for a moment, and a golden light shone on their bodies. Suddenly, a golden light shot up from the center of the heavenly martial god king, piercing into the sky. Subsequently, 8 equally brilliant rays of light converged from 8 directions, forming 9 golden dragons. These giant dragons are hovering and dancing in the air, with agile postures and majestic momentum. The entire sky was illuminated with a golden and brilliant hue, as if the sun had been obscured by its radiance. The golden radiance scattered on the ground, making the entire venue dreamy. 9 golden dragons were flipping and jumping in the air, their tails dragging long golden flames like shooting stars across the sky. This flame is hot and pure, as if it can burn all evil and darkness. 9 dragons burning heaven formation. Xuanxiao murmured these words in his mouth. Chapter 5. Self-Explosion. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This Tianwu is really willing to sacrifice his blood, and he is willing to fight hard to kill me. Xuanxiao cursed inwardly. This 9 dragons burning sky formation is an ancient killing and attacking formation. In ancient legends, the 9 dragons burning heaven formation has the power to burn the sky and destroy the earth. It is one of the most powerful formations in the world, gathering the power of the 9 dragons, which can trigger a catastrophe in the world. When the Kowloon burning sky formation is fully activated, the entire sky will be covered by a blazing sea of fire. This sea of fire is the karmic fire from the Joyo Purgatory, with infinite power, capable of burning everything. This flame can turn everything into ashes, and even space will be evaporated. Xuanxiao, don't blame me for being cruel and ruthless. The main thing is that your distracted demon is too difficult to deal with, and it's too easy to escape. Otherwise, even if we bring in 100 divine kings, we won't be able to catch you. Tianwu's face was fierce, forming a strong contrast with his bright and heroic image. Damn Tianwu, I will shatter your body into countless pieces. Xuanxiao's angry eyes widened, and his whole body emitted endless killing energy. The matter had reached this point, and talking too much was useless. Since you're here, let's fight. Either you die or I die. The overwhelming fighting spirit surged out of Xuanxiao's body, and the entire Tianpu mountain was shattered into abyss. A black star dragon appeared on the Tai Su sword, as if it could tear apart the void. Suddenly, the whole world trembled, and the black star dragon seemed to have the power to destroy the world. In the dragon's eyes, the stars fell and the sky and earth shattered. On the side of the 9 divine kings, with the operation of the formation, the 9 golden dragons began to release blazing flames. These flames seemed to come from Jiuyou Purgatory, with extremely high temperature and astonishing power. They burned in the air, forming a sea of fire that illuminated the entire sky red. In this sea of fire, a powerful energy is constantly converging, as if it is about to engulf the entire world. This energy is raging and blazing, as if it can burn all evil and darkness, purify all impure things in the world. Under the influence of this energy, the air seems to be trembling, making one feel an invisible pressure. All objects within the entire array range were reduced to ashes under the impact of this energy, and even space seemed to have evaporated. At the same time, the shouting of the 9 experts kept coming and going, their internal strength and formation perfectly blended together, jointly driving this powerful energy. Their figures appeared faintly in the fiery red light. Roar! The starry dragon let out a dragon chant. Sparkling with the radiance of stars, as if composed of endless stars. Its huge dragon eyes are bright and lifelike, emitting a deep light. With just a blink of its eye, it can destroy countless stars. The starry dragon unfolded its massive body and charged fiercely in the 9 dragons' burning sky formation. Its strong and powerful tail swept across, instantly crushing the defense of the formation. Every breath of the star dragon carries the power of the stars, as if it is about to devour the entire world. Although the 9 dragons' burning heaven formation is powerful, its strength gradually weakens under the fierce attack of the star dragon. The power of the stars on the star dragon was constantly released, colliding with the power of the 9 dragons' burning sky formation, causing a violent explosion. The star dragon summoned countless stars, transforming into a sea of stars and smashing them into the 9 dragons' burning sky formation. The entire sky was shrouded in the radiance of the stars, as if entering a dreamy world. The battle between the star dragon and the 9 dragons' burning sky formation is becoming increasingly intense, and every collision makes people feel the vibration between heaven and earth. The 9 divine kings are also unwilling to be outdone. They all mobilize their own strength in an attempt to annihilate the star dragon. However, the power of the star dragon seems endless, constantly pounding the defenses of the 9 divine kings, trying to break through this formation. Roar! The starry dragon raised its head towards the sky and let out a deafening dragon chant. Star dragon explosion. With Xuanxiao's roar, the entire star dragon was rapidly growing, and its massive body quickly filled the entire formation. You forced me, no one wants to live. Boom! The huge dragon body exploded in the formation, and the entire sky seemed to be torn apart. The light of the stars intertwined with the flames of the 9 dragons' burning sky formation, forming a brilliant pillar of light. This beam of light rises into the sky, its power so powerful that it seems to devour the entire world. The shock wave generated by the explosion instantly spread out, destroying everything wherever it went. The mountains have been flattened, the rivers have evaporated and dried up, and even space seems to be twisted and deformed under this force. Under the influence of this force, the 9 divine kings also had to defend with all their might to resist this devastating impact. Their figures were faintly visible in the light, and every collision of power made people feel the vibration between heaven and earth. Bang, bang, bang. The 9 dragons' burning heaven formation could no longer be sustained, and the figures of the 9 paths fell from the sky, clearly suffering unimaginable heavy damage. The yellow earth armor Divine King stood up first, the strongest among the 9 Divine Kings in defense. He wiped the bloodstain from the corner of his mouth and said, "He truly ranks first on the heavenly list. There are indeed 2 brushes that can even break through the 9 dragons burning heaven formation. So what if it's broken? It's not like it exploded and died, ha ha ha." The Thunder Armor God King laughed up to the sky. The Thunder Armor Divine King suddenly felt a chill in his heart, and a large hole had already appeared on his chest. The Thunderbolt God King looked back incredulously, and it was Xuanxiao. "Laugh, why didn't you smile? Didn't you laugh so happily just now?" Xuanxiao's entire body was completely shattered, leaving only half of his body on the right, tightly gripping the heart of the Thunderbolt God King in his right hand. "How could you possibly?" Before he could finish speaking, Xuanxiao mercilessly crushed his heart, and the essence and blood of the Thunderbolt God King's essence were hidden in his heart. As soon as his heart shattered, his whole body immediately turned into flying ash, annihilating the howling wind and causing a generation of God King to fall. The other 8 Divine Kings were so shocked by the scene in front of them that they couldn't speak. "This guy is still human, really a demon. Don't even think of running." Xuanxiao supported the remaining half of his body, even the lower half was soaked in blood, as if he were a Shura from the 9 nether hell. "You are already at the end of the crossbow, and you are too happy too early." The Heavenly Martial God King was not frightened by Xuanxiao, but instead stood up unsteadily. "I have already predicted that you can break through the 9 dragons burning heaven formation. Fortunately you have prepared a backup in advance." The Tianwu God King's mouth curved upwards, and the development of the matter did not exceed his expectations. "Don't be alarmist here, let me kill you one by one." Xuanxiao's killing aura surrounded his whole body, although only half of his body remained, his momentum was still like a rainbow. "Xuanxiao, if you take advantage of the explosion and escape with blood, I really have no way to deal with you. Who would have thought you were so clever?" Fantian Seal. Heavenly Martial God King shouted loudly. Chapter 6. Rebirth into Maggots. You are listening at novelfull.audio. With a loud bang, a gap opened at the edge of the sky, releasing a powerful wave of energy. This is a force from ancient times, a great force capable of shaking the world. A huge seal slowly emerged from the gap. This seal is ancient and mysterious, and the light of the Fantian seal illuminates the earth in the dark night. The light is not soft white, but with a deep purple-red color, like lightning at night that shakes people's hearts. Fan Tianyin was suspended in mid-air, and everything around him seemed to be at a standstill. The grass and trees stopped swaying, the birds stopped chirping, and even the wind seemed to hide in fear. The air is filled with tension and solemnity. As Fan Tianyin slowly descended, the surrounding spiritual energy began to surge, forming a huge vortex of spiritual energy. The vortex is filled with the rank chain of the Great Path, like countless Great Path runes jumping in it. At the center of this vortex, the light of Fantian is even brighter. It began to slowly descend, flying towards a mysterious sky on the ground with only half of its body left. Damn it! Xuanxiao never expected that Tianwu, the turtle son, would really have a backhand, and it was also the powerful weapon of Fantian. The surging murderous aura and overwhelming fighting spirit emanated from Xuanxiao. "I would rather die in battle than steal life." Xuanxiao roared like an apocalyptic demon, trying to resist the landing of Fantian seal, but the resistance appeared so weak and powerless. Finally, Fan Tianyin accurately landed on Xuanxiao's head. A powerful energy erupted from the seal and soared into the clouds. Fan Tianyin, carrying the power of destroying heaven and earth, smashed towards Xuanxiao. Xuanxiao was still fighting with his last strength, and his body gradually became blurry and began to crack inch by inch, bang. With a loud explosion, Xuanxiao's majestic body completely disappeared between heaven and earth. A generation of divine kings has fallen. At the same time as the explosion occurred, the heavenly book shimmered with a dim light, enveloping a true element of the Xuanxiao, avoiding the attention of all divine kings, tearing apart the void, and escaping into the mortal world. I don't know how long it has been in the mortal world, Qingsan continent, Xuanhuan Divine Mountain. Xuanxiao opened his eyes in a daze, only feeling that the surroundings were surprisingly quiet, and his eyes were filled with darkness. I'm still alive, where is this? Of course you're still alive, this is mortal. A desolate and ancient voice rang in his ear. Xuanxiao suddenly felt a bright light in front of him. A wall-like paper stood in front of him, emitting a light golden light, with ancient characters engraved on it. Isn't this a heavenly book? How did it get so big? Why have you become so big, so small? Xuanxiao muttered. It's not that I've grown up, I haven't changed, it's you. The voice of the heavenly book echoed in Xuanxiao's ear again. Xuanxiao realized this time that he had just become smaller, right? Where are my hands and feet? Xuanxiao shouted loudly, struggling desperately but only wriggling. What's going on with this? The heavenly book suddenly transformed into a mirror, and it was only then that Xuanxiao could see his own face clearly. Inside the mirror, there is a cylindrical shape with a soft and moist body, covered in a layer of mucus. It is white and wriggling, disgusting to the extreme. Isn't this just a maggot? I am an extraordinary warrior in the heavenly realm, the Xuanxiao Divine King who has captivated countless young girls, and now I have turned into a maggot. Xuanxiao's entire body twisted into a ball, wanting to bite himself to death, but unfortunately he couldn't reach his body. Accept this reality, being able to survive is already fortunate. The voice of the heavenly book rang out again. Accept a yarn, even if it turns into a pig, I also recognize it, but why did it turn into a maggot? This disgusting thing. Damn Tianwu, one day he will kill you. Xuanxiao was gritting his teeth, but of course he didn't have any teeth now. He only had a pair of sharp mouthparts, which were organs used by maggots to pierce through carrion, plants, and suck in nutrients. It could also be considered a mouth. Xuanxiao tried to wriggle his body, how can he move without feet or hands? Xuanxiao was surprised to find a pair of slender mid-chests and a pair of shorter abdominal chests on his body, with rows of small feet on top that could help him move his body, in other words, wriggle. It took Xuanxiao half a day to finally adapt to his current body and gradually master the technique of wriggling. After wriggling for a few meters, I felt very tired and lay there not wanting to move. Don't be too discouraged either. I've been like this, why are you so discouraged? I'll just lie here and watch the bird come over and eat me, and I'll turn into bird droppings, nourishing the earth. Don't be discouraged, I can help you return to the realm of the Divine King, but it also depends on your own efforts. I've been like this, what hope is there? I've never heard of maggots being able to cultivate and become immortals. I said it's okay, I'm a heavenly book. But I'm a maggot, how can I cultivate? I don't even have basic organs. Xuanxiao just let it go. I put in a lot of effort to protect your last bit of true yuan. Don't be so decadent. Thank you for protecting me like a maggot. Xuanxiao had already turned over, his belly facing up. I really have a way. I have recorded a technique here that can help you continuously evolve, become the supreme god king again, and even reach higher levels. Really? Xuanxiao wriggled his white, plump and soft body again and turned over. I'm a heavenly book, why are you lying to me? Hurry up and teach me. In an instant, the remnants of the heavenly book were filled with golden light, and a golden light disappeared into the sea of consciousness in the dark sky. The swallowing heaven evolution technique is a technique that allows cultivators to continuously devour other creatures or energy, thereby continuously improving their own strength and evolution. We need to constantly devour and digest a large amount of organisms and energy, refine their energy into our own, and help ourselves undergo transformation and evolution. A paragraph suddenly came to Xuanxiao's mind. Current status. Maggot, body length. 0.01 meters, power. Almost non-existent, realm. Almost non-existent, next evolutionary direction. Spiritual snakes, energy required for evolution. 1000 points, at present, the energy is 0/1000. What the hell is this? This is the swallowing heaven evolution technique. You need to follow the prompts above to devour other creatures, accumulate enough energy points, and then you can evolve. A red alarm suddenly sounded in my mind. 2 meters ahead, an earthworm with energy point 2 was found. Xuanxiao wriggled his white wriggling body and crawled forward. I saw a dark brown earthworm wriggling and loosening the soil, growing several times longer than myself. Xuanxiao cursed inwardly, damn it, can I get through it? My mighty king is even afraid of an earthworm. The heavenly book flew and pinned down the earthworm with its waist. Swallow it quickly, what are you still waiting for? Xuanxiao immediately wriggled up to the earthworm, opened his mouthpiece, stabbed into its body, and sucked on it. Don't say that these earthworms are quite delicious. Before long, the earthworm in front of him was completely consumed by him. The words in the sea of consciousness reappear. Current status. Maggot, body length. 0.012 meters, power. Almost non-existent, realm. Almost non-existent, next evolutionary direction. Spiritual snakes, energy required for evolution. 1000 points, currently, the energy is 2/1000. Chapter 7. 2 new skills. You are listening at novelfull.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 8. Expanding new territories. You are listening at novelfull.audio. De co lois ara trong quatrin lay text. Chapter 9. Hive battle. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What are you staring at? Walk in and pay respects to the queen bee. Seeing Xuanxiao daydreaming under the hive, De He hurriedly urged him. I really want to go. You built a maze here, where do I know the way? Xuanxiao cursed inwardly. Xuanxiao followed De He around the beehive, drilling back and forth. In the depths of the beehive, the feeling of getting lost became even stronger. All around are the same hexagonal honeycomb, as if entering an endless maze. The sweet fragrance of honey permeates the air, but it cannot conceal the confusion and fear in the heart. Inside the hive, the light is dim, and one can only rely on instinct and memory to move forward. Every turn can lead to a dead end, and every exploration is full of unknowns and uncertainties. There are no clear signs or familiar landmarks here, only endless beehives and suffocating silence. After a long round trip, Xuanxiao followed Dahe and finally arrived at the queen bee's chamber. The queen bee lazily lay on a warm and soft bed, the queen of the bee colony, possessing a unique appearance. The body of a queen bee is much larger than that of an ordinary worker bee, with a plump and majestic physique. Her compound eyes sparkled with wisdom, as if she could discern everything. The antennae of the queen bee are long and straight, covered with sensory organs that can keenly perceive changes in the surrounding environment. The wings of the queen bee are broad and transparent, with complex and beautiful patterns on them. Under the sunlight, these wings shimmer with a subtle luster, leaving one amazed. The queen bee's legs are thick and strong, capable of supporting her to walk on the ground and collect nectar. The color of the queen bee is different from that of ordinary worker bees, presenting a dark brown or black color tone. This color makes her appear more solemn and mysterious in the bee colony. The body of the queen bee is also covered with a delicate layer of fur, which makes her look more beautiful and elegant. Do you have any new discoveries? Have the invaders dealt with them? The queen lazily stretched out and yawned, asking. Your Majesty, we have not yet found any trace of the intruder. Why haven't we found it yet? My subordinates' affairs are not favorable, please handle them with your Majesty the Queen, De He pleaded for mercy in fear. The queen bee disdainfully swept Dahe, while also scanning Xuanxiao beside him. Xuanxiao's strong thighs and sexy wings all revealed temptation in the queen's eyes. I haven't seen this new one around you before. You look strong, stay and be my concubine. The queen bee looked at Xuanxiao's strong body and couldn't help but wipe her saliva. It's all up to the queen bee to deal with it. Dahe immediately pushed Xuanxiao to the queen bee with great loyalty. Xuanxiao cursed inwardly, damn it, I'm going to be blessed by a bee. Xuanxiao felt very resistant in his heart, his strong hind legs trembling incessantly. He looked at the love arrows constantly shooting out of the queen bee's eyes, and Xuanxiao hurriedly covered his own eyes. Xuanxiao hurriedly said to the queen bee, Your Majesty, the two of us are happy. Can we hold back the people around us? I prefer being alone. Queen bee. Little sample, you're quite playful. After saying that, she held back everyone in the room, leaving only queen bee and Xuanxiao, no, two bees. Xuanxiao took advantage of the queen bee's lack of attention and jumped to her side with a knife. You look very reserved, I didn't expect you to be so anxious. The queen bee took a look at Xuanxiao, who took advantage of the situation and cut off her head with a knife. In an instant, the queen turned into a female ghost. The queen bee's massive body lay on the ground. How could Xuanxiao miss such a delicious meal? Xuanxiao began to slowly devour the queen bee, starting from the head and gradually devouring its body. Throughout the process, Xuanxiao's gaze revealed a cold and greedy expression. The queen bee is indeed the leader of a clan, with astonishing energy in her body. Each piece of meat is plump and juicy, and Xuanxiao devoured it with great enthusiasm. The more she ate it, the more she became obsessed, and for a moment, she forgot that she was currently in the hive. Ding ding ding. A patrolling bee spotted Xuanxiao, who was nibbling on the queen bee, and immediately sounded an alarm. Her Majesty the Queen has been murdered. An undercurrent surged through the entire hive, with hundreds of tall and sturdy soldier bees charging in first, all neatly organized. Like a well-trained team, fully armed, charging forward. Their bodies are strong, with sharp spikes and powerful jaws, each one being a warrior of nature. Xuanxiao immediately woke up and quickly threw the queen bee down, grabbing and running away. However, bees were everywhere, and Xuanxiao didn't know the way. He had to run around and fly back and forth, but couldn't find an exit. There were more and more bees chasing him from behind, and there were also many bees intercepting him in front. Fortunately, Xuanxiao had a pair of sickle-like forelimbs, killing left and right, and suddenly he had a bloody path. Many bees died under his sickle. But the pursuers behind are still closely following, as the queen bee plays a crucial role in the bee colony. The queen bee is the propagator of the entire hive, responsible for laying eggs and reproducing offspring. The queen bee has highly developed reproductive ability and can lay about 1,000 eggs per day, providing a continuous source of vitality for the development of the entire bee colony. In addition, the queen bee can also release a special pheromone that can control the behavior of worker bees and maintain the orderly operation of the entire colony. The queen bee holds an irreplaceable position in the bee colony and plays a crucial role in the survival and development of the entire bee colony. Xuanxiao killed the queen bee with one strike, which is equivalent to cutting off the future of this hive, and the consequences can be imagined. With his strong sickle, Xuanxiao cut open the beehive one after another in one direction, creating one hole after another. At the same time, he spat out highly sticky spider webs to block the pursuers behind him. Finally, with Xuanxiao's unremitting efforts, he broke through the hive and escaped. But don't be too happy too early. There are still many pursuers outside the beehive, covering the sky and sun, densely like a dark cloud. The small insects around are too scared to show their heads. Xuanxiao quickly broke out of the encirclement with his astonishing bounce and the eerie sickle. He leaped from mid-air to the ground and immediately began his skills of digging and turning the soil. In an instant, he plunged into the depths of the earth. Although the swarm of bees in the air gritted their teeth at him, they were helpless and could only watch him burrow into the soil. Xuanxiao is happy and at ease. Humph, in the soil, I am also a domineering little prince. There is no queen bee to see how you reproduce. When you all die, I will go out. However, I can only continue to eat earthworms underground. Xuanxiao is indeed a bit tired of eating earthworms. Whenever I think of earthworms, I feel nauseous. Suddenly, a small black dot appeared in front of Xuanxiao. Chapter 10. Ant King Championship. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. As the black dot approached, Xuanxiao carefully observed that it was a small ant, leisurely foraging for food. Well, not bad, ants are also a big family. As long as I disguise myself as a member of ants, I won't be afraid of bees coming to confront me. Xuanxiao concocted the same method, and in an instant, he cut off the little ant in 8 pieces. Apply the juice of ants all over your body and disguise yourself as a harmless little ant. Xuanxiao quietly infiltrated the underground palace of ants, which was a mysterious and spectacular place. This palace, composed of countless small soil particles, has a complex and intricate internal structure, like a maze, full of endless mysteries and charm. The Ant Underground Palace is the core area of the Ant Underground Kingdom, where ants live, work, and socialize. This palace is composed of countless caves and passages, with a complex and orderly structure. There are specialized baby rooms, storage rooms, worker ant dormitories, and queen ant dormitories inside the palace, with clear division of labor and each performing their own duties. The interior of the palace is well connected, with numerous corridors and exits for the convenience of ants entering and exiting, as well as ventilation and lighting. Ants, like bees, are highly disciplined social creatures. Bang bang bang. A little ant was tapping a small gong and shouting in the language of ants, "The Ant King Championship is starting now. Anyone with the ability can sign up." What are the benefits of winning the Ant King? Xuanxiao pretended to be a naive little ant and looked pitifully at an ant uncle beside him, asking. At first glance, you are a newborn little fart child. If you win the Ant King Championship, you can become the new king of our tribe and command nearly 1,000,000 soldiers of the entire ant tribe. Isn't it that the queen ant is respected? Why should we choose the Ant King? Xuanxiao continued to ask, pretending to be ignorant. Based on his previous understanding, ants, like bees, are all respected by their mothers. That's another tribe. Our tribe is huge, and the queen ant only cares about reproduction and commands the entire tribe. Conquering the world is the Ant King's business, Ant Uncle explained impatiently. So, Uncle, where can I register? I also want to give it a try. Xuanxiao said softly. Just you. You're such a newborn calf that doesn't fear tigers. You can sign up earlier. Don't blame me for not warning you when you die, kid. Got it, Uncle. Xuanxiao had already run to the registration place. The ants at the registration office tirelessly register the information of applicants. What's your name? Xuanxiao. The name is unique enough, and the basic rule is to compete with each other. The winner can challenge the previous Ant King. Defeating the previous Ant King will make you the new Ant King. Finally, I would like to remind you that once you enter the arena, you are confident in life and death. Good luck. Then he shouted to the next person without lifting his head. Exactly what I want, life and death are self-assured. I'm really afraid that killing someone will not end well. Good rules, Xuanxiao secretly rejoices. It took about a while. Dong, 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 accompanied by a pleasant bell sound. The 1573rd Ant King Championship is now starting. First of all, let's warmly welcome our previous Ant King, His Majesty King Boli. The host solemnly introduced. I saw a large ant, covered in blue and gold, shining in the direction of the host's finger. With a sturdy body, sharp and massive fangs, and strong arms, like a steel ant. Bully King looked around the room, his aura dominating the world. Thunderous applause erupted from the audience. Bully King, Bully King. Bully Wang has been re-elected for 5 terms, after all, he is old. I think he will abdicate and give up his position in this term, sighed an elderly ant. Immediately, another ant retorted, you fart, the king is getting stronger and stronger. This time, he will definitely win consecutively. The competition begins, with the first match between Hercules AY and warrior Xuanhuan. I saw 2 large ants with a majestic appearance walking onto the arena. With the sound of the game whistle, 2 ants officially engaged in a fierce duel. They have similar body sizes and slightly different colors, with Hercules AY appearing dark brown and warrior Xuanhuan appearing light brown. Their antennae intertwined, seemingly greeting each other, but soon, a fierce battle began. 2 ants bite each other with their strong jaws, trying to push each other away. Their 6 legs are kicking on the ground, trying to find a stable position for themselves. Hercules AY suddenly released his tentacles, took a few steps back, and then suddenly charged towards the light brown ant. Warrior Xuanhuan seemed to have been prepared and quickly dodged the attack, then quickly counterattacked. Warrior Xuanhuan waved his slender tentacles in an attempt to overwhelm his opponent with momentum. And the strongman AY showed no signs of weakness. It quickly dodged and then launched a fierce counterattack, overturning the warrior Xuanhuan to the ground. The air was filled with a tense atmosphere, and the small grass and gravel around seemed to be holding their breath. 2 ants showed astonishing speed and agility in the battle, rolling back and forth on the ground in an attempt to find a winning opportunity. In the end, with his faster reaction speed and strong perseverance, Hercules AY successfully cornered warrior Xuanhuan. The Xuanhuan was not discouraged. With one sweep of his legs, he knocked AY to the ground, and AY's heavy body fell heavily onto the arena. Xuanhuan pursued with great fangs, biting AY's throat. AY quickly surrendered and finally regained his life. Xuanxiao observed several battles in a row and found that although these ants had small bodies, they contained infinite power. If ants were enlarged to the size of humans, their strength would be tens of thousands of times that of humans. This is just ordinary ants, who can usually carry food or items several times their weight, demonstrating astonishing strength and endurance. Mighty warriors like AY may reach over 100,000 times their strength, even if they break through their cultivation and become immortals. What humans can only achieve after hundreds of years of hard work, a small ant can easily do it. Xuanxiao couldn't help but recall that in ancient times, there was a golden ant god king in the heavenly realm. Legend has it that the true body of this god king was an ant, who achieved enlightenment through his strength and became an immortal through breaking through the realm. The record of his power is still unshakable in the heavenly realm. The golden ant god king claimed to be extremely powerful, breaking through the heavens and earth. He wiped out a generation of heroes. Legend has it that in the past, the 6 fierce beasts besieged the golden ant god king, and all 6 of them were famous for their power. Each of them was in existence that could rival the god king, but they were all killed by the golden ant god king, shaking the entire heavenly realm. After that, no one who used their power to preach dared to challenge the golden ant god king. However, the golden ant god king is no longer in the heavenly realm. Some say it fell when it broke through the realm, while others say it has already jumped out of the 6 realms, broken through the void, and crossed the heavens and beyond. Today, watching these ants duel, their strength is truly terrifying. I have also broadened my horizons today.